Hey, I'm Conflicted, and in today's video, you seen the title, we are going to be ranking every single one of Travis Scott's albums, or his solo albums. That means we're not going to be talking about Huncho Jack and Jack Boys, but I just drank my cranberry juice, ate my Cheerios, and watched an NFR podcast right after I woke up, and I'm ready to talk about this. I hope you guys are too. But before we do that, consider subscribing because I upload videos just like this 2 times a week. All pretty much music related content. We get into some very good discussions on here about the latest stuff on music, news, we got album reviews, everything. So with that all being said, let's get into the video. I feel like ranking a worst Travis Scott album is a little bit difficult because all of his pieces of work are very incredible. But it's gonna hurt me to say this, but in last place we have Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight, and this album is incredible. Don't get me wrong, I love the album cover, it's classic. He has so many massive songs on here like Goosebumps, Pick Up the Phone, and even on some songs he gets pretty psychedelic, which he always does, but I like songs like SDP Interlude, especially the unreleased version. If you haven't heard that, that is an incredible song. But all of these songs on here are very, very catchy, and I think probably some of my favorite ones on here are Sweet Sweet, Guidance is an incredible song, Coordinate is an incredible song, but I just don't think that even though as strong of an album it is, probably like an 8 out of 10 album, I don't think that it is as good as my third spot. But at number 3, we have, this is going to be an interesting take because it's brand new, I have Utopia, and I love this album so far. I have some incredible vocal performances from people like Tizo Touchdown. Bro, Tizo Touchdown did his thing. A very good rap performance from Drake. I really like when Drake gets in the bag that he was in there. I don't even know what to call that, but he does very good on there. Playboy Carti on Fiend did an incredible job. It was very interesting. And apparently Travis Scott was the one who's actually saying Fiend, and Playboy Carti was doing his deep voice. It was a really interesting song because you don't really expect that. You normally expect Carti to be doing his high-pitched voice and the other artists to be doing their low-pitched voice. Travis Scott did a lot of voices on there though. We got some really good dance tracks like Del Resto with Beyonce. Literally Beyonce. Who would have expected Beyonce on here? And a lot of these songs are very, very catchy, and I honestly have been listening to them all so much to the point where they're all incredibly strong tracks on the playlist or on the album. Hyena was a little bit of a slow start, I feel like, which is one of the things that make this album go a little bit lower. Is as an album itself, it had a slightly slow start, but it started to pick up with songs like Modern Jam, and then My Eyes, which was a very beautiful song, and then God's Country was good. The production on this album, as with any other Travis Scott album, is incredible. I have so much to say about Utopia, and I actually made a video about that a while ago, so if you want to check that out, you can. But there's very good chemistry on Topia Twins with 21 Savage, Rob 49, and Travis Scott. Circus Maximus with Sway Lee and The Weeknd is crazy. All of these songs have something very incredible in them. West Side Gun on Lost Forever. I have so much to say about this album, but that's just because it just released and it's very fresh in my mind. And I'm not gonna let recency bias make me completely silly goofy. I'm gonna have to still put this at number 3 because the absolute beautiful album at number 2, this is a crazy take. I feel like a lot of people have Rodeo at number 1, but I have it at number 2 actually. And I'll get why in a little bit. I'm gonna tell you why I love this album though. This album had such a strong first impression from Travis Scott that I don't think you can replicate ever again. He had arguably his best song of all time on here, 90210, which I feel like isn't that crazy of a take. And that album in general, it's just so beautiful. He has such great songs on here with amazing production as well as great features. Nightcrawler with Sway Lee and Chief Keef, the chemistry on that song is different. That will make me like levitate. I'll listen to that, I'll start like I don't care where I'm at. I'll be at a funeral, and if that song starts playing, I'm gonna start jumping around like I'm on a pogo stick or something. But he has songs like Piss on Your Grave featuring Kanye West. Speaking of funerals, this is morbid. This is the darkest I'm Conflicted video has ever gotten probably. but Apple Pie is a very good song. There's just so many massive things. Maria, I'm Drunk, feast. Justin Bieber, why is he even on here? I don't know, but it's good. It's an incredible song. Every song in this album is equally strong almost, except for 90210. Actually, they're not all equally strong, but they're all very amazing songs. I don't have a single song on here that's like a miss. He had no skips on this album. He had no skips on even Utopia, to be honest, but he really had no skips on Astroworld, which is my #1 spot. This album is literally, the rollout for this album was insane. I don't think you could ever replicate this. A lot of people tried to compare Utopia to this. They wanted it to be topped again, but he went a different style for Utopia. But Astroworld is what everybody and their mom was like, wow, this is insane. Like, it was very good towards the Travis Scott fans of any genre getting put on to Travis Scott. It was very marketable. There's so much to say about this album though. Stargazing is an incredible opening track. He had a very strong rollout for this album with Sicko Mode. He had Sicko Mode with Drake on it as a lead single. That was like his biggest album of all time, or his biggest song of all time. And the amount of like jump ins, like you didn't know what to expect when listening to this. And it has such a great variety on here. He has songs like Astro Thunder or Butterfly Effect, where you'll be literally ascending. 5% Tint has incredible production. Coffee Bean has an amazing storyline and very great lyrics for a Travis Scott. It's just like, I'll play a little bit of this. This is just, the beat is so peaceful. It's like a coffee bean. It's like a coffee bean. He did it. This is different. This is life changing. Skeletons is on here, a great song. Stop Trying to Be God. The vocals on this is wild. James Blake's on here, I'm pretty sure. He did an incredible job. There's not a single miss on this album. Every single song on here. It's arguably a 10 out of 10, and it's one of the greatest albums to ever be released in rap. It's iconic. But with this all being said, I am conflicted, and this is just my opinion. I was very conflicted making this list. So if you enjoyed this video though, this type of video, consider subscribing. I upload a lot. Too much, arguably. But I love you all very much. I'm conflicted, and I hope you enjoyed the list. I'm out. Peace.